This is Action Sports Jax Primetime, sponsored by Cycles of Jacksonville. Choose your adventure.
He's at a point right now where, he's awesome, and he's battling. He's a soldier, man. He's my superhero, and he's my motivation, my why. Why? If he can fight it, I know I can fight 100-degree weather and make it out to the end.
Josh Hines-Allen has a deeper purpose to perform on the field this season, but he also had to put football on the back burner at times this offseason for family. Our sit down with Josh in just a few minutes.
And a live look at Oak Leaf High School, where it's nighttime is what it is, and they'll get on the practice field here. High school football allowed to start, and at midnight the boys will be out on the practice field getting ready for the start of yet another season.
By the way the heat has been, midnight practice might be the best way to go here for the high schoolers.
It's soupy out there now.
It is.
Right?
And 25 degrees cooler.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to Action Sports Jax Primetime. Let the football season begin all over the place, from training camp to high schools now getting started. College ball, of course, just around the corner. It is go time.
Yeah, I saw on the truck today, Tep said 118. 118. So enjoy the warm weather, fellas. He decided we got you covered over the next 30 minutes. Hicken and Martineau ready to roll with another season.
Yeah, tomorrow a big day in Jags land as the pads go on for the first time, and they can begin to see who the real football players are.
That's right.
Shorts and uppers are fine, but at some point you got to hit. And that point will be tomorrow. Hot and humid today at the Mech, of course. Brian Thomas Jr. had some nice plays, but overall probably not the best of days for the offense.
All right.
Maybe just when I was watching, I don't know, too many balls on the ground.
Yeah.
That's what they say. The good teams won't have a lot of footballs on the ground, right?
Yeah.
Some miscommunication as well. Does that coincide, though, Dan, with who is playing defense today?
Well, I think one thing's becoming clear. If you watch the Jags practice after practice, Travis Hunter is going to be a difference maker. I think that's fair to say so far. Today he was on the defensive side of the ball, where his athletic ability, he can really let it flow, right? He's not thinking at all. He can just play, just guard this guy, and close to a couple picks, pass breakups. He looks special, and the Jags know it on both sides of the ball. The stamina of Travis Hunter to do what he's doing right now in this weather, impressive.
That's unbelievably rare. I don't know that I've seen anything with that level of conditioning before. I mean, obviously he's expected to do something that I have not seen another play, that none of us have seen before. But it is once again a testament to his work, his training in the heat in the summer, to be able to come out here and do this.
Defensive line figures to be a strength of the Jaguars' defense. Edge rushers, now some depth. Eric Armstead playing the right position. Some young guys that could contribute. And then maybe an X factor is Devon Hamilton. How good will he be? It's been a few years since the big man in the middle signed an extension, and he pretty much lost 2023 because of a back infection. Josh Hines-Allen with high praise for number 52 today.
DM is the best defensive nose tackle, whatever you want to identify him, in the NFL right now, and he's showing it and proving it every single day. And when you can have that, you have that confidence that they're not going to run the ball right here. Now everybody else has to pick their level up.
And make sure you join us for First and 10 Monday through Friday. We call it First and 10 Training Camp. Nightly extravaganza, 11:15 CBS 47 and Fox 30. That's Monday through Friday. We do a half hour on the weekends with this show, Action Sports Jax Primetime.
Josh Hines-Allen has been fantastic overall in his Jags career, on and off the field. Set a rookie record, you'll remember, with 10.5 sacks. Then the single season record was 17.5 sacks, just 2 away from the all-time franchise record in sacks. He will have plenty of motivation when he steps on the field, though, in September. Not by the milestones on the field, but a big one off it. By that time, his son Wesley will have rung the bell, signifying he is done with his cancer treatment.
This week, Josh and his family put out a video sharing the story of the last 7 months for their family. A stretch that included a 7-year-old's battle against leukemia, and the reason Josh abruptly missed the season finale in January for personal reasons.
Our number one emotion was support and love to give to Wesley, as he's the one that's actually going through it. Being a present father, being a present mother, being a loving father, these are all emotions that we had to know we had to give him, but also not neglect our other 2 kids who don't really understand. So finding that balance between here and there was challenging, but we kind of got through, and he's at a point right now where he's awesome, and he's battling. He's a soldier, man. He's my superhero, and he's my motivation, my why. If he can fight it, I know I can fight 100-degree weather and make it out to the end.
How hard was that week? Can you get back there?
He was sick for a couple weeks, leading up to that point, and doctors saying it could be this, it could be that. So really not really knowing, and then having that call, leaving work here, and my wife telling me like, "Hey, come to the hospital." He's at the emergency room. Okay, it's like okay. Sitting there waiting, trying to still make it special because it is his birthday, and he's not feeling good. So just trying to, butter him up or whatever, and then getting him admitted and getting the blood work, and then I think it was probably around like 2 or 3 in the morning. Doctors came back. It was really early in the morning. Doctors came back and, pulled me and my wife out and let us know what they think. It wasn't like actual he has it, but it was just like he may have this. All the signs are saying the blood work kind of seems like he has this, and it was just like, nothing else mattered. We had this final game after that, and everything was right here. Like nothing else in this world mattered besides being there for him and feeling these emotions and crying, but I had to suck my tears back in to laugh to him. I think that part was the hardest part looking back. It was a tough time, definitely. The first couple months were really hard. When they started giving him the medicines and you start seeing his body change, and that was really tough.
Where are you emotionally now in all of this?
I mean,
and your wife, Caitlin? 6
months ago, man, you couldn't ask me this question, but now it's like we're at peace. He has one more month, and then he's cancer-free. Well, he's cancer-free right now, actually. He's in full remission, which is a blessing. And so once you hear that news, it's like, whew, but it's still more fight to do. So, but right now we're happy.
You said superhero. How much appreciation do you have of just how tough he is, and how tough kids are in general with these kind of things?
The resilience is crazy for kids. He's not worried about, cancer. He's not worried about things that are happening, and that's why it shocks me. And so it just makes me like, okay, ooh, I can't show weakness. I can't show that I'm scared and I'm nervous, that I gotta put a smile on my face and attack each day. And then you look at other kids who don't have the love and support of their family members. That's where my mind goes to, because I know how we kind of just bombarded him with so much attention, so much love. My family came down, her family came down, and we were around him. He was never alone. And so we were always there. He had always somebody by him. And then my mind went to the people that don't have this type of touch, this type of affection, and that's where I'm like, okay, babe, how can we help this? You talk to nurses, what do y'all do to help the families that can't be here, that has to work, that has to be somewhere else, and they're by themselves?
How big of a deal will it be for him, for you, for your wife, and everybody to ring the bell?
Man, I already told my coaches, man, hey, I'm sorry, but this day is scratched out. I can't, I would take the fine, I'm going to have to be, because just to hear the ding, 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 it's I don't know how I'm going to feel. I don't know how I'm going to feel, and the date is coming up here soon. That bell ring, that's going to be everything. That's going to be, the journey. Go back to all the memories, the ups and the downs, the laughs, the cries, the smiles, the chess games, the sicknesses, the fevers, the surgeries. All that's just going to be we did it, and I can't wait for it.
That, by the way, is scheduled to come up around August 22nd, and obviously we're all pulling for Josh and Caitlin and Wesley and the others, the other kids in the Hines-Allen family. You can help, by the way, too. Josh is going to launch a campaign he just did to give back to several different outfits that help childhood cancer throughout the fall, September, October, November, December during the season. And you can watch and see more on actionnewsjax.com. By the way, you can catch a full interview right there with Josh, including his thoughts on the football season tomorrow on the Brent and Austin Show, 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. A lot of Jags conversations each day on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network. You can find it also actionsportsjax.com, Action News Jax app, and on your smart TV. And on Tuesday, we're live at Jags Camp with our show, but also all morning on TV. Join us on CBS 47, Fox 30, on Action News Jax this morning. It will be an early day for us. Special guests scheduled like Tony Baselli, James Gladstone, and others. That's Tuesday at Jags Camp with Action News Jax and Action Sports Jax.
Hey, did you see this kid's catch from Mandarin High School? I mean, did it enter the building, and is this one of the best catches you've ever seen for Bryson Wright, a local kid?
What a great catch, man. I mean, unbelievable. I was looking at him. He's like 14, right?
Yeah.
I was looking at this kid like, man, when's he coming out? You know?
That was Jags head coach Liam Cohen on Tuesday on our show when we asked him about Bryson Wright's catch last weekend in Canton, Ohio. A catch that had the sports world talking. Folks like Patrick Mahomes taking notice of the 14-year-old out of Jacksonville. And by the way, to answer that question, coming out to the NFL is still about like 6, 7, 8 years away. A picture with Travis Hunter today, you're like, hey, they could play on the same team someday, maybe in the NFL. Bryson plays his high school football at Mandarin. His dad played for the St. Augustine Yellow Jackets in the early 2000s. Welcome back to Action Sports Jax Primetime. I'm Brent. He's Dan.
Yeah, locally, people have been talking about Bryson Wright for a couple years now. The cool thing coming out of last week, everyone talking about the catch, but also the other kids that were playing on his team.
Yeah, Jags championship flag football team was at Jags practice this morning, watching some ball, meeting the team. Bryson was on NFL Network right after Travis Hunter was on there. A shout out to the other kids here: Jaden Barnett, Keldon Dupree, Adrian Gray, Dayron Jenkins, Peyton Jones, Dalton Motes, who really was awesome. 21 touchdowns, no picks during that run. Jaden Timmon and Rylan Williams as well. But the talk is about Bryson. Action Sports Jax Olivia Tassley with more on Bryson's big moment and likely many more to come.
Well, the Jacksonville Jaguars team is just ramping up their season, but another Jacksonville Jaguars team season has come to an end, and it comes with hardware all the way back to the Jacksonville headquarters. It was a great moment for the NFL Flag Football Championship team to get recognized out here at the Miller Electric Center ahead of training camp, and of course among the team is the wide receiver Bryson Wright with the viral catch that everyone is still talking about.
Have a lot of eyes on me and a lot of big eyes on me at a very young age, but just also knowing that I just got to keep going and working hard so I can keep achieving my goals.
You listed off a couple of guys who retweeted that viral catch. Patrick Mahomes was one, right?
Patrick Mahomes was one, OBJ was one, Ocho Cinco was one, Dez Bryant was one. Just a couple of them. That's the ones I remember for sure.
Did you get an interaction with them at all?
I got an interaction with Odell Beckham. It was cool because that's like my childhood right there. So just hearing from him and him telling me that if I need anything, he'll help me, and just hearing about my catch is just amazing.
Now the noise will have to quiet down for Bryson Wright. While it has been fun, he also says it's time for him to lock in, this time throwing on a Mandarin jersey as his high school football season gets going on Monday, and hopefully a start to some more viral catches. For now, at the Miller Electric Center, I'm Olivia Tassley, Action Sports Jax.
Well, it is high school football season. And it starts, in an hour and 13 minutes or so, whatever it is. But it's going to be a fun one. A lot of different storylines as we go in. And just a couple weeks away from these guys getting going on Friday nights.
They got fireworks for practice? Oh, this is a practice.
This is what we call file video.
I see.
But they can't practice yet, Dan. We can't have that. Now, there might be some fireworks in just a bit.
Yeah.
Let's go out to Oakleaf High School right now. And, well, speaking of fire, it's certainly hot out there, Weber. Corey Sima just telling us at 88 degrees where you are, feel like it's in the 90s, and it's, 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it probably feels better than it would any other time of the day you'd be practicing with the sun out, right? I mean, that's certainly one way to look at it if you're the Oakleaf Knights or any of the other teams that are getting started here at midnight. The practice schedule says you can start on Monday the 28th, so why not get it going at 12:01 a.m.? And that's what they've done here at Oakleaf for a little while now. It's actually kind of funny. I think about it. we did this story a decade ago at Fletcher High School out at the beach when Coach Foy was still the strength and conditioning coach there. And one of the little kids running around at the practice, not quite high school age yet, was his son, Christopher Foy II, Deuce. He's graduated already from high school. He graduated last year from here at Oakleaf. So I think about it, we got a couple kids running around back here. Maybe we'll be covering them a decade from now on the Friday Night Blitz. But a whole lot of fun anytime you get to start a brand new high school football season. For Oakleaf, one of the big storylines is, can they repeat that great playoff run they had from a year ago all the way to the regional final where they finally fell to Buchholz. They only lost one district game against Bryson Wright and the Mandarin Mustangs, but they got the revenge in the postseason by getting the win, knocking off Mandarin. The next week they go and knock off Nice. It was one heck of a playoff run for Coach Foy and his Knights. We'll see if they're able to do it again. I know everybody here is excited, and they'll be out here in droves in about an hour to watch this team, and I'd like to think that we'll get some fireworks. That was from last year's practice, the Midnight Madness, so we'll see if they bring that back this year, Dan.
This last year. Yeah, you mentioned that. I heard that recently. We were talking about Mandarin, and I was like, well, who knocked that team off? Because they had those defensive backs that went to Penn State. They got the Wright kid. They got all this talent. And I'm like, they had Trammell playing quarterback.
Jamie French.
Yeah. And then it's Oakleaf. Yeah. Oakleaf. And we know Coach Foy does a great job over there, but that has the potential to be, I don't know if they're still, if they've been reclassified or if they're going to meet again, but that's pretty good stuff right there if Oakleaf can beat those type of teams.
Yeah, they'll be in the same district again this year. It's the same as it was a year ago. They go in kind of that 2-year cycle. So all those district matchups we had 1 year ago and region matchups up in Georgia. We can't forget about Georgia, by the way, who really starts the season for us on August 15th. We got Brunswick and Camden County meeting in their opening week when all the Florida teams are playing their kickoff classics. So we're excited about that. That's a tremendous matchup to start the season up in southeast Georgia and, of course, northeast Florida. So excited for the season to come. You got Rains, who went all the way to the state championship game a year ago before taking on Teddy Bridgewater and his Miami Northwestern squad. So we'll see if Rains is able to make another terrific run. They will certainly have the talent on that squad, and it's going to be a whole lot of fun. We can't wait. This is such a fun time of the season for us when high school football really gets going, the matchups get cranked up, and we get to see some amazing things happen on each and every Friday night throughout the course of the season.
All right, Stuart, go get some water and midnight practice for Oakleaf, or you can take those two kids on behind you.
Stuart, I'd like you to stay out there and develop a Nats piece for us for tomorrow.
I might get some laps in. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. Some of the gnats are kind of getting at me already out here, so maybe I'll worry about those instead of the gnat piece from the camera. But I think might go get some steps in here, get a few laps in on the track before they get things started.
All right, Weber, we'll have more, obviously, on Monday as everybody opens up. Get local sports on demand with Action Sports Jax 24/7. All sports, all local, all the time. From the locker room to the field, the Jags, high school football, the Jacksonville Armada, and don't forget the Brent and Austin Show. They're all in on Trevor. Of course. Download the Action News Jax Now app, available wherever you stream or at actionnewsjax.com. TV, phone, laptop, desktop. Action Sports Jax 24/7. Jacksonville sports all the time.